Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to look at how to conduct efficiently a management review meeting. Now, there are many clients of mine who keep on asking me when to conduct a management review meeting, where to conduct a management review meeting, how to conduct a management review meeting. And for last many years, they are certified and they are still not able to understand the importance of conducting a management review meeting. Anyways, I would be definitely consulting them for that. But for you as a video, what I would request is you take a pen and paper so that I would be giving out many golden nuggets in between the whole video where you'll have to pen it down because if you are implementing it at your place, it would be beneficial. So let's start. Management review meeting is a very fantastic tool. Rather, 9001 standard or 14001 standard, or for that matter, any ISO standard, is the best tool in these pandemic times to keep your business afloat. Because I know that the businesses are hit very miserably. And the only problem or the only issue here is gap between what is done and what people know about it. And that gap is certainly reduced by management review meeting conductance. So I have a mind map where I will be explaining you in deep detail on who, where, when, what, and how of the management review meeting. Now, this is the mind map where I was going to explain you what exactly is MRM, which is Management Review Meeting. So let's just open this. So today we would try to understand what is who, what, how, when, and where regarding management review meeting. Now, first of all, let's take a question of who. Who in the sense, who will conduct management review meeting? Let us open this. Who should attend the management review meeting? Who will take management review meeting minutes of the meeting? And who should receive the minutes of meeting through their mail after the management review meeting is conducted? Now you have to understand and analyze that this is a management review meeting. Okay. So there are three different words which come: management review meeting. We all know what is review meeting. We all know what is review meeting, but now we need to understand what is management review meeting. Now what we are implementing is we are implementing one or more than one management standard. What are these standards? ISO standards like ISO 9001, 14001, 45001, 20001, 22001, 27001. There are n number of standards which are management standards. Now, why management standard is because they tell you how to manage, right? And the same management word has come into this, which is management review meeting. So it is not the top management in the sense that management word has not come from top management's management word. It has come from how you are managing the whole show of implementation and certification. Review meeting for that, which is conducted, which is also termed as management review meeting. If you have a different perspective to this, let's comment below, right? So this is about review meeting on how you are managing the whole show, right? So in this, who should attend? Now it all depends on how big your organization is. Let's say, for example, an organization which is multi-locational and they are implementing, let's say, more than one standard. then it may happen that every location will have their management review meetings separately done, and in the central office, let's say their registered office or their corporate office, one more management review meeting is conducted where inputs from all these locations management review meetings are taken under consideration. That could be one way if at all you are multi-locational. Okay, so in this we are asking the question who should attend. Now, who should attend? If it is location-based management review meeting, the head of every department should be generally, naturally there. Head of the departments, that I know any person or more than one or two person who are responsible for the department and its function. So they are called as head of the departments. So head of the department should be attending a meeting of management review meeting. Now again, if let's say you have a production department which is a huge production floor, and there are about 4 to 5 production managers, ultimately a management review for a location is done where a production head would be going for a meeting. But for the production head to know the details, he should also consult his production managers. So before this management review meeting, he should also conduct his review meeting for only production department only. In the same fashion, all the other departments will conduct their own review meetings for that time period or time slot, whichever is defined, and they will take the inputs and then come for the management review meeting, right? So who should attend the meeting depends on the meeting is done at what level. Okay, if it is departmental meeting, it may not be termed as management review meeting, but it may be called as review meeting, right? So that meeting minutes should be prepared by someone, and uh, it should be as an input for the management review meeting. Okay, so who should attend? The head of the departments or the departmental heads should attend, and almost all the department should attend, barring aside if somebody is not available on a specific day, then it may happen that one or two departments are not participating, maybe once in a while in one of the management meeting. Otherwise, everybody should be attending the management review meeting. Okay, then it the another question is who will take the minutes of meeting. It's a very tricky question. Who should take a minutes of meeting? Now, generally, what happens is when there is a management review meeting, the management is doing all the things, and it may happen that the management or the chairperson is taking all the notes. No, it is not that way. There has to be a coordinator which is appointed who will coordinate between the the management quality department and all the other departments, right? So he should be one or two person who should be given an extra, responsibility of conducting management review meeting, right? So they should be taking management review meeting notes, right? So now again, it all depends on at what level the management review meeting is being conducted. Now, if it is location based, maybe you have a quality circle department who will function as a coordinator between all the departments. Or if it is at departmental level, anyone could be responsible for maintaining the documentary part of a department. So that person should attend it at a departmental level. Okay. So the third question is who should receive the minutes of meeting? Okay. Whoever is involved in decision making activities should get the management minutes of meeting whenever it is conducted. So if let's say head of the departments are participating, they should receive a copy of minutes of meeting. Any head of the department, by any chance, if he is not attending by any specific or some business reason, even he should get the minutes of meeting minutes copy in his mailbox or as a printed material, whichever is feasible. Then if if the company is a multi-locational company and the corporate office is conducting a management review meeting for all the locations, then the location head or site president should be attending at the corporate office, and that corporate office meeting minutes should be circulated to all the head of the location, that is site president. Site president is the specific common designation which is given, and it should be cascading to all the lower levels. But the information which is exchanged in the corporate management review meeting may or may not be disclosed to a person who is just an engineer or just um, not at the head of the department level, or maybe some person who is below the head of the department level or below the managerial level. He may or may not get the whole thing, only the extract of what he needs to do. If it is discussed specifically, that can be communicated to him. So that parity should be there. Bottom to top can receive anything, but from top to bottom, it should be selectively received by specific people, right? Then we will look at what is management review meeting. So what should be the contents of the management review meeting? Okay, so a specific agenda is already been defined by all the ISO standards, be it 9001, be it 14001, be it 45001. A basic centralized, a basic idea of what needs to be discussed in a management review meeting is already been published as a part of standard. Just locate in your standard, the standard which you are implementing for management review meeting, and you will be able to get the agenda. Apart from this, apart from these management points, management review meeting points, you can have n number of points, no harm in that, and at all level of management review meeting, that points can be discussed, right? Then the second point is, what should be the frequency? Very tricky question and always asked by my clients. What do you think? Can you comment below what should be the frequency of any management review meeting? I'll tell you the answer, but I would request that if at all you have any another perspective to this, please write in the comment box. What do you think should be the ideal frequency of management review meeting? Okay, so let's say you are in on the first day of implementing any standard, right? And you are defining the things, okay, or first week of implementation of the standard. So you decide that um, every 6 months we will conduct a management review meeting. Okay, you have decided. So that has been jotted down in your so-called scope page, or if you are maintaining a manual, then in your manual at a specific management review meeting, sub clause, you will mention that as 6 monthly management review meeting will be conducted. But is that a period? No, I don't think so, because the newer standards are risk-based standards. Let me emphasize again, the newer standards are risk-based standards. So if you think there is a risk of not conducting management review meeting quarterly, you should change it to quarterly. If you think some things cannot be discussed anywhere else but in management review meeting, you can do it even every day. Who is stopping you? It is all risk-based requirement. If there are some risk which says that the mitigation part flows through conductance of management review meeting, you can do it every day, you can do it every month, you can do it every 15 days, you can also do it every week. Who is stopping you? Just because you have mentioned something in your manual that it should be conducted every 6 months does not mean that you have to just follow it blindly. You may reduce the number of meetings over a period of time if there is no risk, and if you think that all things related to risk are being controlled now and they are um, mitigated to a largest extent, you may reduce the frequency. Okay, but let to start with, you can say that you have to conduct it every 6 months. There are many companies even today who are conducting it quarterly, and they are happy about it, right? So that's about what in the management review meeting. Now, how? A very tricky question. How to conduct a management review meeting? A management review meeting should be conducted at a place which is where all the people or all the attendees are comfortable, the chairperson is comfortable, the minutes of meeting can be taken, the if at all there is any projector or you have I mean in that meeting we are going to discuss anything which is projected on the projector, it should have a projector, it should have it can be in a presentation form, no doubt about it, or rather there is no double there is no second thought to it. Whatever and however you want to conduct, you can conduct a meeting. So there is no any specific guidelines on how to conduct, but yes, in every management review meeting the minimum agenda which is defined by the standard, which is there in the standard, all points should be discussed. Now again, one more question. Then if one point discussion is taking, let's say, 2.5 hours to discuss and then come to a point or come to a decision whether to conduct the all 8, 9, 12, 15, whatever points defined by the standard, can that be conducted in one sitting? It all depends. It all depends. If you can conduct in next 4 hours a management review meeting, who is stopping you? If you cannot conduct, you segregate that management review meeting with points. But for all the management review meeting, participation should be from all the departments. You cannot say that I have conducted management review meeting for only production department. I have conducted management review meeting only for the dispatch department. I have conducted management review meeting only for the purchase department. No, you cannot. You can select points, let it be termed as only management review meeting number one till all the points are discussed. The dates can be different. The decisions made and the dates of decision can be different under one management review meeting. So you can conduct one management review meeting for next 2 months with different, taking different points with all the departments, and then you can collectively make one um, review meeting minutes, and that can be sent to specific people, which we discussed in who is stopping you. This tool is fantastic tool, but then it is, I don't know, it is underutilized, or rather, let's not talk about it why it is not been used. Okay, let's go to one more agenda point or one more how point. How to prepare an agenda. You don't have to prepare an agenda at all. The minimum agenda is already prepared by the standard. In each and every ISO standard, you will be able to find minimum criteria or minimum agenda on which you have to conduct management review meeting. Other than that, if you want to have certain points, you can have n number of points. You can list down all those points, 150 points, 200 points, 300 points. No, I mean, no issues in that. But the minimum agenda which is defined by the standard, management review meeting needs to be conducted, and minutes of meeting should have certain decision being made against every point, right? Then how to take management, okay, minutes of the meeting. Minutes of the meeting are, at many management review or other, at many clients places I've seen that it is taken as if it is commentary by each and every person. So person's name, okay, the point name, person's name talked about this, next person's name talked about this, next person's name talked about it. No, it is not required, because this is an internal document and it will be circulated to only internal people. So you don't have to actually detail it against every point. What are the decisions made, what is the achievement in say specific past, and what is the planning for the next future, sorry. Only if that is there, and who is responsible to action it on that. If these three things are there, I don't think you have to have a big management review meeting minutes which needs to be crafted. No, not at all. But it should be legible, and it should be readable by whoever is an attendee. Okay, so this is about how the management review meeting is conducted. Then MRM, when. Oh my god, we just talked about frequency. Now frequency will depend upon the risk which you foresee by not taking it, by not conducting it, sorry. So if you say that after every one specific uh, you know thing or one specific event, I will conduct a management review meeting, you can have it that way. If you say that uh, generally management review meeting is conducted after every internal audit. So let's say if you have an internal audit frequency of 6 monthly basis, will you stick to management review meeting frequency only 6 months? No, because the risk of not conducting internal audit may be reduced. That is the reason you are conducting only twice in a year. But that does not mean that management review has to follow only after internal audit. And that is the reason you are maintaining it as 2 meetings per year. No, there could be 4 meetings. Quarterly management meeting can be done. You can do it monthly also, right? So frequency depends on the risk. And what should be the sequence, like after which event management review meeting should be conducted. Now um, I have one way where I will tell you that. But if you have another way, you can comment below. Comment below, with your thoughts on what is the sequence of conductance of management review meeting. Let's say, generally it is conducted, as I said, after every internal audit, right? And let's say if the frequency is quarterly about management review meeting, and the internal audit is conducted every 6 months, then our every alternate internal audit will see a management review meeting. Okay, so whenever you are not conducting the internal audit, what should be another trigger for management review meeting? You can take any trigger. There is no um, compulsion. Generally, it is conducted after every internal audit, but that is just to maintain the minimum or the certification criteria. It is just to maintain the certification criteria. but you can do it as many times as you require. So when to conduct, it is completely into the hands of the management. If you find it is risky, you can conduct it every day. You can conduct it every hour as well, right? And then where to conduct. Now that we actually discussed in the first point only, but let me emphasize. Now you see that there are company secretaries in an organization, like a bigger organization I'm talking about. They are on payroll. So you have a legal department or a company secretaries department, right? And there could be more than one company secretaries who are at a corporate level office. What I would suggest is, or what I would emphasize is, company secretaries and the conductance of review meeting or board meeting has a specific agenda which is defined in their course as well, right? The only thing is they have to connect this management review meeting which is conducted at the locations, and the output of that from that locations can output from that locations can be connected in their board meeting. So even the topmost fellow knows exactly what is wrong going on in which location and by what or who employee or which department. So that has to be it has to be that transparent, and there are very less organizations who take inputs from another management review meeting locations for their own board meeting. Very less organization. I don't think so that in a board meeting with all the directors, the management review meeting inputs are being received and talked upon. I have a doubt. If you know, if your organization is doing it, that is the best thing they are doing it. If they are not doing it, somehow you compel them to do it or request them to do it. And if you know such organization, you can comment below. Okay. So this was a very small talk regarding management review meeting and who, where, when, what, and how about management review meeting. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe my channel, and if you like this video and if you have got received some inputs or some insights or golden nuggets regarding the conductance of management review meeting, do let me know. Like this video and wait for another video. N number of such videos which will simplify your life on how to manage your quality journey. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, the link is below. Please subscribe. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up so that YouTube knows that you like the videos and you get future videos indication whenever they are uploaded.